We talk about everything, play music in between. Tune in and enjoy Chad's underground scene. Talking music, you know what I mean. Tune in and enjoy Chad's underground scene.
Hello, welcome to Chad's Underground Scene. Here I am in New York City. Beautiful park here in New York City. And my guests today are Severine and Glauco.
Hello.
How are you guys doing?
Good. Yeah, enjoying a beautiful day here. Finally the sun came to New York.
Yes, it followed me here, I believe.
Yeah, thank you for that. We need it.
Please. And how are things going in New York City?
Well, it's finally reopening, which is, I'm very happy about it. Productions are coming back. I just finished post-production on a short film of mine, and Broadway is reopening.
Yes, it'll be in the fall. I think somewhere beginning, I think September.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I am bringing them to my show because they are part of the underground film and art community here in New York City and all over the world, apparently, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm from Germany, he's from
Brazil. Yeah.
And you're broadcasting it everywhere. So let's talk a little bit about your production company and about your dancing.
Yeah, so I do music videos, commercials, and short and feature films. I did a music video for you, and Glauco and I did a lot of short films together. I usually direct, edit, and produce, and sometimes act myself. And he's an actor and, you know, aspires to be on Broadway soon when it opens in September.
Yeah.
And from what I've seen, I think you have a good shot at it.
Thank you.
Yeah, the stuff I've seen on film has been wonderful.
Yeah, I mean, I did a workshop back in December, and it's supposed to be going to Boston first, and then come to Broadway right after. But because of the pandemic, everything was canceled, so the show is, they don't know what's going to happen. But I'm here, and waiting for better days.
Awesome.
But it's getting better now.
So we're going to start the show here with the video "Stop What You're Doing" that she did for me and my album Legend. Enjoy the video.
I don't know what you're talking about. The way I feel makes me scream and shout. Let's go out, hit the town. You know I'm ready to join the crowd. Stop what you're doing. Tell me what you've done. Stop what you're doing. You say it's just for fun. Let's go out, call all your friends. The fun we have will never end. Get together, well, yeah, we'll scream. Such a great What a cool scene. Stop what you're doing. Tell me what you've done. Stop what you're doing. You say it's just for fun. Stop what you're doing.
Tell us a little bit about the production of the video, because it looked like it was lots of fun to do.
It was. So I heard your song and I kind of felt inspired to do this video right away. Like I had this idea in my mind, and then I thought of my friend Alina, who is she used to be a dancer with American Ballet Theater, and there are some really cool production spaces here in New York. So I chose the studio that has this nice flower wall and just this beautiful design, and she improvised this choreography to your song, and I thought it, like underlined the mood, and because I also, a lot of times we are so occupied with Facebook and are constantly on our phones, so how can you get someone's attention? How can they stop what they are doing? And that's kind of what inspired me to do the music video.
Right. It's a lot of fun. Have a crazy ballerina.
Yeah.
And you could watch her.
And what's amazing is the attention to detail.
Yeah, I always try to pay a lot of attention to the design and costume design, the look of the studio, the look of the actors. I think every little detail matters to convey a story and the feeling.
So whose idea was, when he's on the sofa and he's sitting there on the phone and she's trying to flirt with him, whose idea was it for her to do this with the plant? I thought that was such a great little move that was in the video.
I think that happened spontaneously because we didn't know this plant was going to be in there actually, and then we were like, we should do something with this, Yeah.
I'm sure there's probably some extra scenes there too. Like
I think not everything made it in. Yeah.
Because it was so obvious she's flirting with you when she did that, because you weren't paying attention, you're looking at your phone. Like we do now, right?
Exactly, yeah. We're so into social media and all of the time on our phones. So
We forget about how much is going on around us and how important it is, right?
Fun. Yeah. It was a fun day.
yeah, we just improvised a lot and had a lot of fun with it. Even my cinematographer Leo, he's currently in Austria. I think he also enjoyed it a lot because he was following Alina the whole time with his camera, and yeah, it was.
It's such an international cast too.
It is, yeah.
Everybody from everywhere.
Yeah.
He's from Austria, you're Germany. Elena is
Finland.
And I'm from Brazil.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
Nice, right?
But the talent in New York is great.
Yeah.
This is a city of a lot of underground things going on here. You get underground theater, you get underground art, you get underground music everywhere. And it's amazing. So tell us a little bit about your dancing and how you came about doing it.
Yeah.
Is that something you started as a kid, or?
Yes, I did as a kid, and when I moved to New York, it was mostly to pursue dance. But after I went to Chicago, I worked in a dance company there. When I moved to New York, I started getting roles for dance films or dancing in a TV show. And after that, I just made a transition, not dance companies anymore, and just working on films and theater. So that's where actually I was able to not only dance, but able to speak, getting speak roles, and then so it was a natural process for me. So it was fun, but the theater actually was, the home.
Yes.
That's when everything started getting really intense and fun.
And how did you guys meet?
We met on a film. Yeah, I was actually casting for a short film of mine, a film that I directed but also acted and danced in. And so Glauco came to the audition and we immediately bonded. And from there we just continued working together. Yeah.
It was very quickly. It felt like we know each other for a long time.
I know. I think I feel like we know each other for 10 years, but it's actually only been 3 years or something.
Oh, it's crazy how that is. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that the love that we love what we do. So the passion, and also there's a lot of things in common, and
yeah, passion, creativity, and just creating content that might inspire people and that they will enjoy.
Yeah, that was one of the things too, that you like to talk about humanity, and not just like it's not just about just being pretty or but something that like meaningful to people.
Exactly.
I think that's wonderful.
Nice. So while I've been here, I came here because my daughter's graduated college. So that's how you met my other daughter at the same college, right? Yeah.
Yeah, we both attended Sarah Lawrence for some time, and that's how we met. And actually, that's also where I found my love for filmmaking. Because I came from like a dance background, and I took my first filmmaking class at Sarah Lawrence, and I instantly fell in love with it and continued doing it.
And Chloe came here for filmmaking, right? Because her film school wasn't as good, so she came out here. And then her sister was at the school here, so it worked out nice. They were together for a year.
Yeah.
And while I was here, I snuck off to Brooklyn and played a show at the Caffeine Underground. So here's a little video of me playing at the Caffeine Underground. Enjoy. And here's one off my previous album. This one's called Devil or Angel. It seems I feel it deep in my soul when I look into your eyes. Does it come from above? Does it come from below? I need to realize. Is there a God above me? Is there a devil down below? Is there a God above me? This I gotta know. Devil or angel, give me a sign. Sign I do not fear. It's hard to make any sense of it from everything I hear. Is there a God above me? Is there a devil down below? Is there a God above me? This I gotta know. Yeah. So devil or angel, let me know. Give me a sign. I can't seem to feel it out deep in my soul when I look into your eyes. Does it come from above? Does it come from below? I need to realize. Is there a God above me? Is there a devil down below? Is there a God above me? This I gotta know. Thank you very much. We're back, so we're going to talk about a film that she made at the same time as she made my video. She was entering all of the video and her movie into film festivals. So tell us a little bit about your movie, and then tell us about the film festivals, because you won a lot of awards.
Yeah. So, well, this is also, it's a personal story to me, because my grandma is suffering from dementia, and my granddad passed away shortly before I made this video, and he had Alzheimer's. So I was inspired to make a film about the issues of Alzheimer's, and when I think of my granddad, I always remember that he, like, even though he would forget everything, he could still remember certain songs that he liked as a kid, or he would remember the lyrics, the rhythm of it. So this is how I got to make A Tango to Remember, because I was like, well, music and dance is something that will connect people all their lives. And then we started working together, worked on the choreography, and also found some great actors to play the other couple. And we found this really nice location at the pier. And then I entered it into film festivals and was very lucky that it won Best Romance Film at the Los Angeles Film Awards. It was also nice because we found out that it won right when the pandemic started, so I was a little depressed.
Right,
Nothing
yeah,
was going on.
because it wasn't live. We did, yeah.
Exactly.
In fact, I was in the online part of it. I watched it on Zoom.
And then I was like, oh wow, this is something nice that's finally happening.
Yeah.
It was something good because it was last year was very difficult.
Very difficult.
And I'm glad we had that to, give some hope. And also the story too. I mean, we worked so hard to make the film and, get some exposure. It was around the world, right?
Yeah, it screened in Cyprus, in Greece actually, and in Cyprus I won another award for it, so I was lucky about that, and just happy that people in other countries can see it, and maybe because of the pandemic they are even more open to looking for new content online. So and to actually be able to connect to other filmmakers online was also a nice experience.
Meeting other artists, that was fun.
So I've seen one of your videos of you on the Brooklyn Bridge.
Oh,
Dancing on the Brooklyn Bridge. Tell us a little bit about that video.
I actually was a photo shoot because I was doing an interview for a magazine in Brazil. So those photos was for that interview.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that was for that specific so there was like short videos and we post on social media.
Right. Exactly.
I post on social
It was really
media.
cool. I was watching it go, that's so fun.
Yeah, but people love that picture.
Yes.
I'm just like, I have to join another session. They're like, be more creative, like like they're more like different steps and build some big production or.
Yeah, no, it's fun to think of new movements, and essentially like photographs are kind of like a film that you make.
I know.
You can do so much with it.
I know, yeah. I mean, you never know. It's so unexpected. Like you just create something. Of course, you put a lot of love, and there's a lot of effort there. But it's so like it wasn't expected. The people liking and then the comment like, oh my gosh, those photos are incredible. Like, oh really? Okay, that's great.
And I think that's the best
awesome.
when you do something spontaneous and you like it, like we did with the flower in the video.
Yeah.
Right,
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, all the details they use in the film too. I think to remember. There's so many little things that if you go, you really watch it. But people who live with the dementia, if you read something about it, you can see like how difficult it is, and the person you love, it's kind of go away slowly, and it's really hard. So I think the way you did it was so beautiful, and I'm glad I was part of it. Yeah. Thank you.
And now we're going to show you Tango to Remember. hope you enjoyed that, because I really enjoyed it, and I think I've watched it at least 10 times.
That makes me very happy. It makes us very happy.
Yeah, thank you.
And every time it brings a new feeling, right? It's because there's something you missed, there's a little detail you missed, and it's so good.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
you.
And it's a great subject to do something about, because
Oh yeah.
we all need to learn more about it.
Right, yeah.
So Glauco, tell us a little bit about the Broadway scene. Because you probably go to shows, you probably look around,
Yes.
and you probably do some tryouts or
Yeah, I was doing a lot before the pandemic. I was going to shows, just kind of knowing, because I'm not back home. I didn't grow up having, I didn't have a musical theater background, so I mostly found, the Broadway scene here in New York, and know the actors, know the stories. I didn't know much, and fell in love with everything. Of course, it's so beautiful, and I don't have to describe to you know what it is.
no, it's
So knowing the actors and knowing the music, and it's so beautiful, and there are so many aspects about it. It's not just about being on stage and being as a character. Also the whole production, how to build, and the costume, and the production itself. It's so creative, like so rich in so many ways. All the research before creating a show.
It's amazing.
Incredible. You can okay, I have to focus because I'm an actor and I'm a dancer, and I have to really focus on one thing. Otherwise, you just go all over the place. Because it's really incredible. I'm blessed to get to live here.
Yeah, and I can't wait till it's all open again. My daughter is like, oh my God, I've been here for this whole school year and I can't go to one play.
Yeah.
It'll be soon, I'm sure in the fall, for sure.
I saw a date was the middle of June. Some shows were starting.
Yeah, probably. I'm sure with all the restrictions. There's some small venues. I think in New Jersey have a few things going on.
No, there was a Broadway show I saw an ad for.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Probably with the small theater. I'm sure
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Or half seating or something.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
You'll be the
It
first
is.
one to see it.
Oh yeah.
And then when I got here, I was told right away that next Wednesday, everything's opening.
Oh my God, really?
No, I read that too. I'm not. I haven't really kept up to date with all the new changes.
I thought it was in July, so
And
before July 4th.
there's a piano bar near my hotel, and they said on Wednesday we're opening up, and we're going to have the piano player here 7 nights a week after.
Wow.
He's only been weekends now. Yeah, and he said they would be full seating on Wednesday.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
Do you think it's more progress here in New York than in LA, or is it different?
We're just different because every city's different in LA.
Right. Yeah.
In California, not in LA, but in California. So one city is wide open, the other city is completely closed.
Yeah.
So it's from one city to the next.
It's different.
Where it seems here, it's more the same everywhere.
Okay.
We're in better shape right now, looking back a year ago.
I know.
Yeah, same
right?
there.
We be able to sit together, we
Right,
were
yeah.
vaccinated, and then
Came through the whole thing, yeah.
Yeah.
So you have a brand new production, brand new show that you're filming now, or you're in post-production?
Yeah, I'm in post-production now. We filmed in January and obviously took all the precautions necessary with COVID, tried to make the set as safe as possible, and only had a limited number of people on set. But yeah, we did it in 4 days, and I'm just working in post-production on it now. And it's almost ready. I hope to make a feature film out of it soon. I was very happy to have a really great team attached. Glauco also helped on it. This was the first time that he worked a little bit behind the scenes now, with research and helping with rehearsals and all of that. And I had a really, really great cinematographer who I was very lucky to have. So I'm excited for this film to finally hit the festival circuit, and I hope that by then we could actually go and attend the festival and, you know, watch it on a big screen.
Yes, yeah.
Because I think nothing can really replace that feeling when you sit in a cinema and you see the film there. It's a whole different.
Right, I had the same thing happen. I was nominated for a music festival in LA, same thing in Hollywood, and it was online.
And, that's a shame.
So we watched it online,
I mean, at least it's better than nothing, but it's definitely a different experience.
and then when they presented the award, you just sat there, oh, I got an award. There's no speech, nothing, right?
Yeah, that's
I'm hoping that some of these festivals that it's safe enough to go and we can watch it live.
Virtual, you know, it was helpful, you know, don't get me wrong, it was nice.
Oh, no, it's nice.
But, you know, it's so much better in person. Yeah. Will be soon.
Yeah. No, I think it looks good now. I think it will, from what I heard online so far, that they will actually come back and open up, at least in a hybrid form, where maybe some people can go watch it in the movie theater and other people watch it, the rest of the people watch it online.
So tell us a little bit about your new film.
Yeah, my new film
Maybe what it's about, and
I started working on it around 5 years ago, so it's been a long time in the making. It's called Deceive, and it's about a young and hopeful immigrant who comes to New York with the dream of being a dancer, and then she gets to know a charming but manipulative tycoon, and her life changes, and to me it also reflects on the Me Too movement and social injustice, and it's about emotional destruction but also about survival and rebirth and empowering women. So it's a personal film to me. It's inspired by a true story, and I also wrote the feature film script for it. So I hope that this film will be, the short film is 16 minutes long, it will be a proof of concept for the feature film. And I have two great dancers and actors. One of the lead actors is a dancer with Ballet Hispanico, and the lead actor actually performed on Broadway. He was in King Kong before the pandemic hit. And my cinematographer did a lot for Netflix in the past years. He shot The Neighbor's Window, which won the Academy Award in 2020. So it's been really inspiring to work with these talented people and make this film together that, you know, I've been thinking about for such a long time.
Wrong, I think the play went wrong.
And it was so funny. And it was about a show production, and you're seeing it from the inside of the production,
really
like if it was
everything's going wrong through the production. Like he's talking, and this falls down, and the guy behind him falls down. It was really fun.
An interesting concept.
Really well done. Yeah.
It's kind of there's a show that was on Broadway a long time ago. It's not a musical, it's a play. It's called Noises Off.
Yeah,
and
Noises Off.
There's like a bunch of doors on stage, and there's a point like everybody's getting in and out
of the door,
and things are fly. It's crazy. Like, oh my God, somebody gonna get hurt because it's a lot of people, and like all the doors open, and there's a stair walking in.
And then we went to one that was Shakespeare, and you went into this library, and the person doing the play, one of the people, had to keep drinking during the play while they're performing the play.
Oh my God!
They kept having shots, and you watch them as they get drunk or trying to do this play, and everybody around them is making fun with the whole thing. It was hilarious.
So he was really drinking like alcohol. That was the idea.
And they had somebody at the king's table that would tell him, "Drink now," and he'd have to drink. And it was a girl that was drinking.
I hope he didn't do that every day.
And they had a whole cast. There was like 8 people in the cast, but the one person was drinking that was supposed to be the head person.
It was like 2 hour show?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh my God. By the end.
By the end they were forgetting lines, and then the other actors are laughing at them, and then they're catching them, right? They're coming up with other lines to cover for them, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's intense, yeah. That would be
And I can't remember, I think it was called Drunk Shakespeare.
Drunk
But,
Shakespeare.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh, and Shakespeare?
Wow.
Wow.
Oh yeah,
It was
it
something
was
else.
really good, yeah. And just super fun because you're all just sitting in this little library watching this
Yeah,
unravel.
I know. But
Yeah,
this was in California? Or
No, here. No, that was here.
Oh my god.
That's definitely unexpected. You'll never know what is
I
going to
know,
happen.
especially Shakespeare.
Yeah.
It's such a great idea.
Yeah, between that and underground clubs, and then I was lucky because I was here in the '80s, and CBGB's was a underground club here, and that's where you got the Talking Heads and you got the Ramones and all those bands played there.
Oh, really? Ramones, it's happening.
Yeah, in the '70s and then into the '80s, and I was here in the '80s playing, and they played.
Oh, wow.
And then I was here years later with my cousin, and I have a friend that lives here, and I brought him to CBGB's, and he goes, I've never been here. He grew up here in Queens.
Oh, wow.
His whole life he was here.
Oh, my
He had
God.
never been there. And he's like, that is the greatest club. And then the next thing they said, we're closing, and a year later they were closed. So I was
Oh, my
there right
God.
the last year they were open. I went and saw a
lucky.
show at CBGB's, yeah.
This is not the club, the one that eventually the build collapsed. It's not this one,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
This is the
Oh, this is
Yeah.
the one.
Yeah, and it's in the meatpacking district. Right. It's in the
like-
meatpacking district here.
I just heard about
and,
this.
and there's a good story about it because
Because I watched some documentary where they talked about
and there's a good story about it because Las Vegas, the New York Hotel in Las Vegas, they bought the facade and the inside of that building, and they put it in some trucks and they brought it to Las Vegas, and they were supposed to erect it in the New York Hotel, and then the recession hit.
Oh.
This was in the 2000s, yeah. And they so that's somewhere in Vegas in a warehouse is the CBGB, yeah.
someone should
And maybe
do
someday
something
they'll
about
take it back out and
Yeah.
they'll put it in the New York Hotel, because they were going to put it right next to the. I think they have a Carnegie Deli in there, and they have the deli that they have in Los Angeles as well, and they were going to put it right next to it in that downstairs area there, and have it as a real club. You were going to go in, and they were going to have bands playing and the whole thing.
Well, maybe one
And then the
day.
recession hit, and they said we're cutting all that.
Oh my gosh. They should do something.
So hopefully they'll bring it back.
Yeah.
That will be the next thing after the pandemic. So this club will shine
Yeah.
again.
So I would like to play one more video of you guys dancing. So what would be a good one to play?
We could do the other one that. What should we do? Ruminate or the one where we also dance at the pier? We could do the one where we also dance at the pier. Yeah.
That's the
The way
Yeah.
not River Rendezvous.
Oh yeah, the river one. Yeah. It could be.
Well, that would go with the name of this park, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, that would go with the name of the park.
What's the name of the park? I can't remember.
Riverbank State
Riverbank.
Park. So now
Okay.
we're gonna play River Rendezvous.
Yeah.
And here you go. We're going to end the show with River Rendezvous. Thanks for coming out to Chad's Underground Scene. Here with my guest, Severine and Glauco.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, and remember, it all starts in the underground.
We talk about everything, play music in between. Tune in and enjoy Chad's underground scene.